Looking for cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins? Head on over to u4gm.com, Madden NFL 21 coins, and use code SPORTS for 5% off your order. Guys, it's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and we got another fire Madden 21 tip for you guys today. In this video, I'm about to break down a 4 to 5 man Nano Blitz that gets insane pressure off the edge. It's super fast pressure, and it's very easy to set up. It's just a couple steps, so anybody should be able to set this up against any sort of offense very, very quickly. And it's also from a formation that's got good run defense too. Now, we're going to be looking at this big nickel over G. I'm a big fan of this formation. I like it because you can blitz, you can play coverage, you can make everything look the same. So my biggest thing with this defense is I do control this linebacker over here, who's, you can sub a safety in if you don't have fast linebackers. So make sure you got some speed there. You do want some speed also in the slot. This is the corner that we're going to be blitzing. We got Matthew coming right now, but you can just put your fastest backup corner there is what I like to do. So I go into my coaching adjustments, and I like to turn auto flip off because with this defense, I do like to just go ahead and flip it at the play call screen. So the play we're going to look at is this, let's see, the Mike SS3, and it's going to be flipped. So I'm going to show you guys this blitz against several different formations. I'm first going to show you guys how to do the 5-man version, and then I will show you guys how to do the 4-man version. And we're going to go over it just with no blocking. And then we'll even go over it with some additional blocking, like blocking the running back and all that. That won't stop it either, which is what I love about this blitz. So let's just look at it real quickly here, starting with gun bunch. Now, before we get into the setup, I just want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button in the corner of the video. Turn your notifications on. And like this video if you're rocking with me. The support helps out a lot. And you don't want to miss out on our videos, so make sure you turn your notifications on. In the meantime, if you're looking to get better at Madden 21, check out sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. If you're looking to get better on offense or defense, or both, we got you guys covered, I promise you. So, let's get into setup. Pretty easy. First step, you press. At press coverage, just you hit the coverage audible, which is triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox, then you hit down on the left analog stick. Next, we're going to crash our defensive line to the left. So to do that, you hit left on the D-pad, and then to slant them left or crash them left, you hit left on the right analog stick. The next thing you want to do, really the last thing you really have to do, is I like to just put this lineman right here into a purple zone, a curl flat. And that's just to the right on the left stick. So because he's going in coverage, it is smart to make sure you have someone here who's decent in coverage, some decent speed. So maybe some linebacker in. You don't really want this a really slow defensive lineman here. So I do control this guy right here, so that should be your best user player. We can do whatever coverage adjustments we want after that. What is key to making this blitz work is you just want to stand directly over this D tackle, almost so there's no space in between you and the D tackle, and put yourself on a blitz angle. Now we're not actually going to blitz, we're just going to let the computer, and this is very, very important, you need to let the computer take one half step forward. Basically, once the ball snapped, just let the computer control your player for the first split second the ball snapped. And once you do that, then you can, I don't press any buttons. I literally just let the computer control my first movement once the ball snapped. And then once I see that happens, I just drop back in coverage and do whatever. So, first we're just going to look at the 5-man version with the running back going out on a route. So, just like this is how our play art looks. And like I said, you can do whatever coverage adjustments you want to past this. But we just let them take a half step forward. And you guys can see that we're covering over the middle of the field. Get that quick edge pressure. Now, you can make this even better by only rushing 4 instead of 5, which is one additional step, but I'll show you in a second here. Again, guys, we got our corner screaming off that edge. So make sure that this player right here is fast because he's going to be the one coming free. So you guys can see here, basically it's just a situation where the tackle has basically 2 guys to block, and obviously he can't block both. So we're going to be coming in there for the sack. Alright, so now let's take a look at how you can do this and make it a 4-man blitz. So it's still the same thing. We press, we slant or crash our defense line to the left, and we go ahead and put this guy that's on the line into a curl flat. Now, the next thing you have to do, really the last, is you spy this D tackle over here. I will say that when you rush 4, if they do additional blocking, like blocking the running back, it's not quite as consistent as if you rush 5. But if they just don't block anybody, it's going to work just fine pretty much every time. Now, the only other thing I do want to mention about this blitz, and we'll see it once I show it up versus some more formations, is like some formations, this nickelback does not line up where he needs to. Like sometimes he'll be off in the slot. You really just want him a step or two away from the DN, like just like this. So if he's not like that, you will have to move him in. So it just depends upon what offensive formation the offense uses, because certain ones you'll have to move him in and others you won't. So same thing as before, we do still have our user on the blitz angle, even though we're not rushing, it's just that fake rush. Now also sometimes you can get B-gap pressure from like a lineman or a linebacker if that edge does get picked up, but I would say most of the time you're going to end up getting edge pressure just like we do there. So you guys can see, comes off that edge, that's a really, really easy sack for us, and you know, it's extremely consistent. So this time let's look at go ahead block the running back. So we're going to go ahead block the running back, right? So again, we're just going to press, we're going to crash our line left, and we're going to go ahead and put this guy in the curl flat. So we take our user, put him on the blitz angle, and we stand directly behind this D-tackle. Again, you can't have any space between you and the D-tackle. If you're too far back like this, it doesn't really work. You need it like, you literally need to be like right on this D-tackle just like this, where there's no space in between the two of you. Take that step forward and drop back in coverage. As you guys can see there, when you do that, the running back gets distracted and he will not block the guy coming free. You guys can see here, we just literally take a step forward for our user, but then we drop back into coverage. I cover that drag. And as you guys can see, the running back, he doesn't know what to do here. He steps up in the pocket, and he just lets that guy run right around him for the sack. As you guys can see how we're just running right around for the sack? And that's what I really like about this blitz, is the fact that, you know, you can have the running back staying in, but he just doesn't know what to do. He lets the blitz come in anyways, and we're able to get this sack just like this. All right, guys, let's look at this blitz against a different formation now. I always do like to show it against a few different sets. Bunches, that's standard for passing, I feel, and protection, but let's look at it against spread now. I always have people ask about spread, so let's do that next. Just going to pick 4 verts, and we're going to block the running back, this time opposite the blitz. So again, the play is the Smike SS3 flipped. So again, go ahead, press coverage. You want to crash your defensive line left, and you want to put this D end over here in the curl flat. Now, again, like I told you, if you see your nickel back slot corner lined up too far away from the D end, you do have to manually move him in. You'll only have to do that against certain formations. And, you know, this is right here good, like a step or two next to the D end. Now, whatever coverage adjustments you want to do, you could do. So that's completely on you. If you want to do additional coverage adjustments, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. But the key is you got to just put yourself on the blitz angle. So like I said, where you stand with your user is huge. You got to make sure you're right behind this D-tackle. So we're going to go ahead and block the running back, as you guys can see. And like my responsibility is pretty much always the middle of the field of my user. If I see no routes coming over the middle, then like, yeah, I mean, I can kind of just go do whatever. But I'm checking the middle first to make sure that there's no one coming free over the middle. And just as you guys can see, it doesn't really matter if they put the running back to the right or to the left of the quarterback, if they send him out. You know, if they block him, whatever. This blitz is going to come in, and it's going to come in fast, and it's going to come in free. Now, the last thing I want to show this is against an under center. A lot of people are staying in shotgun this year, but this blitz still does really good against under center formations if they do pass the ball. A lot of blitzes out there work a little bit different against shotgun and under center, but this is a blitz that's, you know, it's really effective either way. So if we just come out here under center right here, just try to run wing flex close, whatever, doesn't really matter. Same setup, guys. Just press your coverage, crash your D-line to the left, go ahead and put this guy in the purple, and you're good. So you guys can see again here with this formation, your nickelback is already lined up right next to the defensive end where he's supposed to be, so we don't have to worry about anything. So again, we'll just put our user on the blitz angle, stand right behind the D-tackle, take a step forward, then drop back. And as you guys can see there, that time we got that B-gap pressure, and that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes, and it's rare, sometimes your nickelback will get picked up, but if that happens, you're going to get either the D lineman or the linebacker coming free through the B gap. So bottom line is, while this is mostly going to be edge pressure, somebody off that left side is going to come free and come free fast. So you guys can see here what I mean. See how they slide over to pick up that nickel back? So because that happens, now we're getting A gap / B gap. Really, I would say more so it's like, it really is more so B gap, in my opinion, but it is kind of borderline. But you see here the linebacker just comes free and gets that sack. Well, really the D lineman and the linebacker kind of both came free, but you know, either way we just got that sack real fast. So this is a really simple blitz to set up. like I said, it's a big nickel over G. I personally run it from the Miami Dolphins playbook, but I mean, big nickel over G's in many different playbooks this year. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, smash that like button. We'll drop more tips for you guys, and you guys can check out sportsgamers.com for more Madden 21 tips in the meantime.